This is the Helmer Nature Center, owned by the West Irondequoit School District. It's a beautiful haven of 42 acres, basically right in the middle of a built-up part of West Irondequoit. You can see there's two large athletic fields. There's a little beautifully placed shed over there for maple sugaring and other educational purposes, surrounded by trees and woodland. It's a wild area amongst an overdeveloped part of our aging town of West Irondequoit. It was donated to us by, I believe, Mr. Helmer, and these are two vehicles here, two large cats, bobcats and a crane, that have been used to basically tear apart this beautiful nature preserve for someone's great idea that they thought they had to spend $283,000 for a leaf rotter or leaf composter, which they tried to justify, saying that it was going to be used for educational purposes. To install this facility of poured concrete among the nature preserve, they had to cut down a large number of trees and remove those as well. They've obviously widened the road, and we're coming up upon the fence that they put around it as well, right in the middle of a nature preserve, where all the beautiful trees and nature was set in place. They decided to erect what looks like a 10-foot high fence or 8-foot high fence, and here's where they plan on dumping their leaves. So this is costing them over $250,000 so far. What looks like basically just a driveway with a small drop area. And it's said that the children will benefit by watching the leaves circulate in the tube. I don't know about them, but my 5-year-old who goes to Listwood, when he does a compost pile, he'll do it by hand in the backyard. He doesn't need a bobcat. He doesn't need to cut down our trees and pour concrete in a nature preserve to understand how leaves compost. This is what happens when the school board has way too much money and time on their hands. They are so overfunded that they literally couldn't spend all the money and decided to blow $283,000 on a project that is completely worthless. You can see the area is torn up. I was told by people at the Helmer Nature Center that the hills are eroding because of the work they did up here after the heavy rains. It washed the hill out down below. And what used to be a pretty nature center is now basically surrounded as a big, ugly cement tarmac in the center of it. Now, of course, this is coming up on winter, so the leaves aren't out, but you can see the large area of forest they had to cut down to install this facility. And first of all, I have no idea how they came up with $283,000 for a simple wooden fence and some concrete, 6 inches of concrete. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at this. So this is what we have. And we're going to go outside and look at the rest of the facility, but I do want people to understand that they chose to spend your hard-earned tax dollars on what amounts to a leaf dump or a leaf rotting area composter. Completely unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. This money could have been used for the further education of the children. The Helmer Nature Center, the educational part of it, is completely underfunded. They have no microscopes. They didn't have a digital camera. They don't have proper equipment. They don't even have nets to collect bugs. They are so underfunded by Bill Domm and the school board that they have to basically ask the community for help to contribute money to actually just buy necessary materials. Unbelievable. They'll spend $283,000 on this, whatever it's called, leaf composter, or I would call it a massive driveway in a nature preserve, but they can't come up with some money for science, proper science equipment, and teaching tools to help our children learn about their natural environments. Frankly, this is a disgrace, in my opinion. Complete disgrace. And whoever voted for this, or whoever's idea this is, or was, should resign and just give the job up to somebody who understands what education is about. This project has nothing to do with education. There's a truck right now getting stuck in the grass, ruining the lawn. Look at this though. Look how beautiful this is. Of course, then they have a big pile of mulch back there. Doesn't have to be there either. But a beautiful, quiet area. It's been here for a long time, and completely unmaintained, and now has been ruined by somebody's brilliant idea to spend over $250,000. Unbelievable.